One of Mizzou's most memorable wins. We continue our college football spectacular. Here's a question for you. Only 3 coaches in history are the winningest all-time coaches at 2 different schools. Bear Bryant, Steve Spurrier, and a fellow named Gary Pinkel. The former Mizzou coach is going into the College Football Hall of Fame. But first, he sits down with us. Gary Pinkel is tonight's Cardinal Buick Sunday Conversation. It's your 7th Hall of Fame. It happens December 6th in Las Vegas. What does this mean, the College Football Hall of Fame?
Just the most remarkable moment for me in my life, other than giving birth to my kids and stuff. And so anyway, I'm very honored. This is players go in the Hall of Fame, athletes go in the Hall of Fame, and they probably are in because they're great athletes and they play, and they have some good players around them, help them. But football coaches go in there because there's a lot of people that help going in.
I know it's impossible to say who your best player, who your favorite player was, but if you ask like Norm Stewart, who's your most important player, he may say Steve Stepanovich because it came at a time where it was a team coming off a losing season. Stepanovich changed everything. Would Brad Smith be your most important player ever?
I think initially for sure, just because we had this kid that all of a sudden we're playing Illinois and it's national news. This kid named Brad Smith, and so he had a huge influence. And like I've said to you before, that there's other players that started jumping on board in state and out of state by watching Brad Smith as we started building our program. So he had no idea, but he had huge influence on saying, hey, they're doing some good things at Mizzou now. Let's go play with Brad Smith, or let's be a part of that.
Maybe Chase Daniel was one of those guys. What about his career? 13 years and $40 million in the NFL.
Yeah, how about that? Remarkable football player, Heisman finalist. I was in New York City, sitting in one of those little seats up there when he was a nomination for Heisman. Such a great player, a difference maker for us. And you know what? What he gives you, and that's why the reason why would he be so long there for a backup? Why would that happen? Well, because most people back up, they can't win, period. He's going to give you a chance to win. And the second thing is, when he's walking around your locker room's a lot better. And I think he brings both those to the deal.
Your communication with Coach Drinkwitz now?
Well, it's good. I mean, we text each other, and he calls occasionally. He's busy. I don't go over to the practices and bug. He doesn't need Gary Pinkel running around his fields and that. I just want to, it's a hard job. It's a hard job, and I just want to be successful, and hopefully good things are going to happen.
What about name, image, and likeness? I bring this up because you could recruit a kid in St. Louis really hard, build relationships for 3 years, but SMU comes in at the last minute with a better offer, and they get him. What do you think NIL in general?
I think it's, there's a salary cap in the NFL. There's no rules or laws here. There are none. And I just think the rich are going to get richer. And, it's not going to be because you recruit better or you develop players better or you have a better program. You are not going to be able to buy a team. If you can't buy a team, then the teams down here that don't have the money, they're going to get crushed. And tell me how that's good for football. There is none. And I think playing players I'm okay with. But someone's got to get together and have some common sense here and do the right thing. And oh, by the way, let's make sport fair. That's what sport is. It's fair. It's not like that now.
How would you characterize your health at this moment?
I'm doing okay. I still have the type of cancer that I have. I'm going to have. It's in control right now. That could change, at any time. That's why I retired, because I want to be able to spend my time the right way. I got 8 grandkids, and I want to just do the right thing, and I have no regrets for that at all. But I've been blessed, and I try to be as healthy as I can.
And then, how would you like to be remembered at Mizzou?
We had a program that we ran, we ran it with excellence and honesty. That I really cared and loved my players, and sometimes that wasn't easy to do, and that wasn't a lot of fun. That they left better people than when they came in. That's my job, and I think overall we did a good job of that.